Hi folks, today I want to talk about my Axial Wraith at the North Hants RC Club over the weekend, while others were turning up with their low Cs and HPIs and Bahas and that kind of stuff. I rocked up with my Summits, my Thunder Tiger MT4 and my Axial Wraith. To many it was a bit of a surprise, but to Andy, who's a top bloke who runs North Hants, he actually told me there was an actual climbing, crawling facility or route, path, what do you want to call it? But no, I'll talk about more about NRC as they call it a little bit later. But I want to talk about the Wraith. This is really the first time I've since upgrading the motor and the servo, my first time to really give it a bash, that's the wrong word, a go on some real terrain rather than just kind of farting around in my back garden. Well, what really surprised me since having the Wraith is I never thought slow would be fun. Bashing and jumping and all that kind of stuff is fantastic, and I don't think I would ever give up my Summit or my MT4. But crawling is a different beast or animal. Crawling is tactical, it has finesse, it has control. It really is the thinking man's RC. The Wraith has opened up a whole new world of RC for me, which I never knew existed. There is something about finding, searching, probing the terrain for grip that I find incredibly relaxing and challenging. The Wraith represents, I don't know, I'm trying to find the words, but it's almost like the ground is saying, you should flow this way, you have to go this way, and the driver turning in the car and go, no, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way instead, and I will find a way to find a grip, to defy gravity, to climb up that rock and go where I want to go, which is incredibly fun. I can't explain it. I absolutely enjoy my Summit and the MT4, but those two are it's like having a bear and a shark. They're both incredibly powerful, incredibly fast, and not easy to tame. A single blip on the trigger and those things will do wheelies all freaking day. But the Wraith is slower, much slower. But that's really what I love about it. It's not about trying to go as fast as possible. It's not about showing off. I think that's what it is. It's not about kind of go, hey, look at me, look how powerful, look how fast, all that kind of stuff. It's about, I would say crawling is possibly more solitary kind of RCing. Anyway, I haven't really talked about the specs of. I've done a few upgrades to the Wraith. Over the weekend, I got a Tekin T35 brushed motor, and I installed it. I haven't really worn it in, so like broken in. The whole kind of putting it in a glass of water thing. But I was going quite easy, so hopefully that won't affect the long-term performance. When I bought the Wraith on eBay, it already had a Tekin FXR ESC, which by all accounts does seem very capable. But I don't know. I mean, it does get hot. I'll give it that. It does get hot, and literally quite hot to the touch. I should put my thermo gun on it and just see what happens, how hot it gets. I also have a Savox 1256 TG servo in there that has 20 kilograms of torque, and I would have to say, yeah, it's quite capable. But I'll have to be honest, there are a couple of times when I thought, well, I need a little bit more power, a little bit more turning power, because sometimes under load it just seems to stick a little bit. And to be fair, I am giving it, and I am putting it in tight spots. I've recently won a bid on a new, second-hand Sabuk servo, and I can't remember which one it is, but that one's got 30, I think, 30 or 35 kilograms of torque, and I'll cover that a bit later on. Now this little rock here, watch this. Now I tried to go up this way, and clearly it didn't work. So I thought, well, okay, I'm not prepared to give up just yet. Let's see if I can go another route and try and find a more grip. Now I fluked this bit. Watch this. Whoop. There we go. Look at that. Completely fluked it, but I mean the Wraith just let me do that just because of its control, and that Tekin 35 has a lot of torque and really has some amazing kind of slow control, crawling speed. Very impressive. I am so happy. It's it's quite expensive little motor, but well worth the money. I don't know if you guys want me to talk about that in more detail, but I'm happy to do that at a later video. So this video is already kind of approaching 6 minutes now, and I think I best give it, call it a day. But to sum up, the Wraith is very quickly becoming my favourite RC. I've spent a lot of money upgrading the Summit because I thought the Summit I thought RCing was about speed, power, and traction and all that kind of stuff. But then having watched videos of the Wraith and the SEX10 and some of the Tamiya's up there, and just going to seeing the scale training that other YouTubers are doing, I just thought I want a bit of that. And I'll be honest, I think crawling is my thing. I'm not going to give up, like I said, I'm not going to give up the Summit and the MT4, but this weekend, the weekend's coming up, and I think the first out of my boot of my car will be the Wraith. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a long one, but I wanted to show off NRC's crawling facilities, you want to call it that. If you are in the Kettering area, go down there. They're a great bunch of lads, great fun, good banter, and they'll look after you. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. God bless, love you all. That's weird, and I'll see you in the next one.